all devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottam. Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udire. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtikit. Hare Krishna. Today we continue Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 chapter 19. The appearance of Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Shloka 35 to 37. Api me Bhagavan Preetah Krishna Pandu Sutta Priya Aitru Shvaseya Priti Artham Tat Gotrasya Atta Bandhava Annetha te Avyaktagateh Darshanam Nah Katham Drunam Nitaram Mriyamāṇāṇāṁ Sansiddhasya Vaniyasah Atha Pruchami Sansiddhim Yoginam Paramam Gurum Purushasya Iha Yat Karyam Mriyamāṇasya Sarvata Api me Bhagavan Preetah Krishna Pandu Sutta Priya Aitru Ashvaseya Priti Artham Tad Gotrasya Tat Atta Bandhava Annetha te Avyaktagateh Darshanam Nah Katham Drunam Nitaram Riyamāṇāṇāṁ Sansiddhasya Vaniyasah Atha Pruchami Sansiddhim Yoginam Paramam Gurum Purushasya Iha Yat Karyam Mriyamāṇasya Sarvata Api me Bhagavan Preetah Krishna Pandu Sutta Priya Paitru Shvaseya Priti Artham Tad Gotra Sat Tad Gotrasya Atta Bandhava Annetha te Avyaktagateh Darshanam Nah Katham Druna Nitaram Premāṇāṇāṁ Sansiddhasya Vaniyasa Ata Pruchami Sansiddhim Yoginam Paramam Gurum Purushasya Yat Karyam Mriyamāṇasya Sarvata. Hare Krishna. Once again, Api me Bhagavan Preetah Krishna Pandu Sutta Priya Aitru Shvaseya Priti Artham Tat Gotra Sya Atta Bandhava Ate Avyaktagateh Darshanam Na Katham Druna Nitaram Riyamāṇāṇāṁ Sansiddhasya Vaniyasah Ata Pruchami Sansiddhim Yoginam Paramam Gurum Purushasya Iho Yat Karyam Mriyamāṇasya Sarvata. Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Kṛṣṇa, the personality of Godhead, who is very dear to the sons of King Pāṇḍu, has accepted me as one of those relatives just to please his great cousin and brothers. Otherwise, without being inspired by Lord Kṛṣṇa, how is it that you have voluntarily appeared here, though you are moving incognito to the common man and are not visible to us who are on the verge of death? You are the spiritual master of great saints and devotees. I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons, and especially for one who is about to die. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalak. Sorry, Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A pure and exclusive devotee of the Lord serve his family interest more dexterously than others who are attached to illusory family affairs. Generally, people are attached to family matters, and the whole economic impetus of human society is moving under the influence of family affection. Such deluded persons have no information that one can render better service to the family by becoming a devotee of the Lord. The Lord gives special protection to the family members and descendants of a devotee, even though such members are themselves non-devotees. Mahārāja Parīkṣit was a great devotee of the Lord, but his father, Hiranyakashipu, was a great atheist and declared enemy of the Lord. But despite all this, Hiranyakashipu was awarded salvation due to his being the father of Mahārāja Parīkṣit. The Lord is so kind that he gives all protection to the family members of his devotee, and thus the devotee has no need to bother about his family members. Even if one leaves such family members aside to discharge devotional service, Maharaj Yudhishthir and his brothers were the sons of Kunti, the paternal aunt of Lord Kṛṣṇa, and Maharaj Parīkṣit admits the patronage of Lord Kṛṣṇa because of his being the only grandson of a great Pandavas. The great sage Śukadeva Gosvāmī was certainly inspired by Lord Kṛṣṇa to appear voluntarily before Maharaj Parīkṣit, the great devotee of the Lord, just to give him the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. One can achieve the nucleus of the devotional service of the Lord by the mercy of the spiritual master and personality of Godhead. The spiritual master is the manifested representative of the Lord to help one achieve ultimate success. One who is not authorized by the Lord cannot become a spiritual master. Srila Śukadeva Goswami is an authorized spiritual master, and thus he was inspired by the Lord to appear before Maharaj Parīkṣit and instructed him in the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. One can achieve the ultimate success of going back to Godhead if he is favored by the Lord sending his true representative. As soon as a true representative of the Lord is made by devotee of the Lord, the devotee is assured a guarantee for going back to Godhead just after leaving the present body. This, however, depends on the sincerity of the devotee himself. The Lord is seated in the heart of a living being, and thus he knows very well the moment of an individual person. As soon as the Lord finds that a particular soul is very eager to go back to Godhead, the Lord at once sends his bona fide representative. The sincere devotee is thus assured by the Lord going back to Godhead. The conclusion is that to get the assistance and help of a bona fide spiritual master means to receive the direct help of the Lord Himself. Unless one is perfectly anxious to inquire about the way of perfection, there is no necessity of approaching a spiritual master. A spiritual master is not a kind of decoration of a householder. Generally, a fashionable material engages a so-called spiritual master without any profit. The pseudo spiritual master flatters the so-called disciple, and thereby both the master and his ward go to hell without a doubt. Maharaj Parīkṣit is the right type of disciple because he puts forward question vital to the interest of all men, particularly for the dying man. The question put forward by Maharaj Parīkṣit is the basic principle of the complete thesis of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now let us see how intelligently the great master replies. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Vande Ham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganam गुणातान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देव जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्णा. We continue canto first chapter 19 shloka number 35 to 37. We try to understand what they are discussing here. uh, you know about that uh, when Parīkṣit Maharaj seated on the bank of the Ganges, there a rich the spiritual master of means the personality as a representative of Lord Kṛṣṇa, Śukadeva Gosvāmī reached there, and he accepted all behalf of all sages. He accepted the spiritual master's seat, and he sit that spiritual master seat. He Parīkṣit Maharaj obeying the Śukadeva Gosvāmī and asked him about two questions we yesterday heard. First question is, what is the duty of the every person? And second question, what is the duty of a dying person, immortal person? Everyone is immortal, means everyone is dying today or after some days or some years. But everyone who is coming in this Dukkhalayam, this is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. No one is live in this Srishti or in this world permanently. Everyone, when he completed his given period, he went, he gave up his body and go where as according his karmas, as he doing now this lifetime or before prarabdha karmas, according to their matching and according to their they receive next life or next body. It may be human body or demigod's body or plants, animals, anyone according to his karmas and according to his prarabdhas. Here, here they told that the Mahārāja Parīkṣit accepted by Śukadeva Gosvāmī as his disciple because he is the one of the relatives of the Pandus to please his great cousins and brothers, lords related. All these are because Pandu's mother Kunti is the maternal auntie, paternal auntie of Lord Kṛṣṇa. And so, in the Prabhuji will tell ahead nicely. Hare Krishna, Pranam.
Mataji, you please continue. You were explaining very nicely. You can continue, please.
I am forget what I am want to say. Sorry.
No issues, Mataji. In fact, it's a great, what I'll say, I just remembered while you were talking how this question has been raised very nicely by Parīkṣit Maharaj. So basically, initially he's saying how he is very lucky, how it seems that Kṛṣṇa has accepted him as a suitable relative. Because generally Śukadeva Gosvāmī, because he was completely liberated, he never used to meet anyone. So there was no question of anyone seeing him or asking him any questions. But at the same time, he was a spiritual master for all the great saints and devotees. And then all of a sudden, he is appearing at a place where Mahārāja Parīkṣit is about to give up his body. And for him, he was just like a common person. So if in such a scenario he is coming, then it definitely means that Kṛṣṇa inspired him to come there. Otherwise, it was simply not possible. So it was all providence, all Kṛṣṇa's plan, which get disclosed. And Parīkṣit Maharaj immediately, first of all, says that this is Kṛṣṇa's plan. Now, why does he say it is Kṛṣṇa's plan? Because he wants to learn more about Kṛṣṇa. So he could have said that it is Providence plan. No, he says it is because you are inspired by Lord Kṛṣṇa, you are here. And because you are a spiritual master. And since you have come here because Kṛṣṇa has agreed and Kṛṣṇa has considered me as suitable enough to be a relative of the Pandavas, King Pāṇḍu, so I am begging you. It's not that on one hand you show off that you are having everything and on the other hand you have a begging ball like one of the nations is doing right now. So it's not that way. Here Parīkṣit Maharaj is saying I have got nothing. I'm begging you. And what is he begging? He's asking those same two questions, which is ask the assembly of sages. One, what is the perfection, way of perfection for all persons? And secondly, especially for one who is about to die. Now, another aspect which also gets reminded here is how Krishna says that for him everyone is equal. See, Krishna says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu na me dveshya asti nam priya ye bhajante tu mam bhaktya mai teteshu cha apiham. So Krishna says that I envy no one nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also friend to him. And because Parīkṣit Maharaj was a devotee, that is why, because of that affection towards Parīkṣit Maharaj, he ensured that Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji comes there. And even Kunti Maharani in her prayers, in 8th chapter 20th verse, she says that you have always protected the sons of Pāṇḍu as if they are your own sons. So the love for Krishna continues. And that is why this providence, this plan was created. Otherwise, it would have been simply impossible. See, Śukadeva Gosvāmī is transcendental. So it's a special divine purpose why he has come there. Now, if you all remember the 24 and 25 shloka, we have seen the word that his arrival has happened by Krishna's own will. And Śukadeva Gosvāmī came out of his own will. He was not forced because he was never bounded by any social norms. And he was surrounded by sages, yet he shone like the full moon. So we showed he has got a very unique position. That is why his presence gave so much of peace and happiness to Parīkṣit Maharaj that it is incalculable, incomprehensible. And he is Parīkṣit Maharaj, a devotee. Now even sinful persons like say Nalkuver and Manikriva, they were graced by the association with devotees. We'll be seeing it in the 10th canto, 10th chapter. So the presence which Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji has given was very, very fortunate. And we also need that fortune. And that fortune is available to us because what we are reading is something which Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji has been teaching. Srimad Bhagavatam is something which Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji was the first person to preach. And that is why Bhagavatam is a Amala Purana. So even for us, see, there are so many crores and billions of lives out here, humans out here. Not everyone has got in touch with Srimad Bhagavatam. So not everyone is lucky. But somehow we have had that mercy and we have got this association of Bhagavatam, which is Krishna personified, which actually is Grantha Avatar of Krishna. So we have to utilize this opportunity to the best of our abilities. In purport, Prabhupada ji says that a pure and exclusive devotee of Krishna serves Krishna more. For him, the family relations or anything is not at all important. He knows the family affairs are illusory. But practically what we see in Kali Yuga is people are attached to family matters. And the whole plans which are happening is somehow to move the society further with influence of family and affection and nationalism and so on and so forth. The reason being, this person really don't understand that we need to serve Krishna. And even if you have to serve family, it is better to become a devotee of Krishna and then do serve the family as if you are serving a devotee. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Because what would happen thereafter is, now it becomes Krishna's responsibility to protect and take care of the family members and descendants of a devotee. Like Prahlad Maharaj example, Prabhupada ji quotes in the purport. Hiranyakashipu is demon, enemy of the God. But in spite of all that, he got salvation because he was father of Mahārāja Parīkṣit. So Krishna will ensure that he fulfills all your family responsibilities also. But you have to serve Krishna. You have to ensure that it is Krishna's satisfaction which is your satisfaction. And then everything will happen. You don't have to keep running helter-skelter. Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji was really inspired by Krishna so that he could come there and give the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, what point which is made out here is, if you really need to understand Krishna Katha, Krishna Mercy, then a spiritual master is important. Without the medium of spiritual master, we cannot understand anything. In fact, a guru is Krishna representative, manifested representative of Krishna, who will be guiding us. So we have a Chaitya Guru internally, that is Paramatma, and we have an external Guru, either a Shiksha Guru and then maybe a Diksha Guru as well. Śukadeva Gosvāmī is authorized Guru. And he is the one who was inspired. So if we really wish to go back home, back to Godhead, then the Lord's mercy is required, favor is required, whereby he will ensure that a guru comes, sees us, and accepts us. And as soon as you are able to meet a true representative of Krishna, they are assured of going back home, back to Godhead after leaving the body. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. But again, there's a asterisk, terms and conditions apply. What is that terms and conditions? It will depend on our sincerity. So we also need to be sincere in serving Guru, in serving Krishna, in serving the devotees. So to get the assistance and help of a bona fide spiritual master actually means to receive direct help of Krishna himself. And we have to be anxious to inquire from a guru. That anxiety has to be there. What is truth? Who am I? Why am I here? What is my eternal position and how do I achieve my eternal object? See, Guru is not to just declare to the world, oh, मैंने भी Guru कर लिया. Oh, I have even got a Guru. No. It's not a fashionable aspect to let people know. This is exactly what we find in the material world nowadays. Everyone says, ah, मैंने Guru कर लिया. Yes, I have got a Guru now. I have got a mantra. A spiritual master means a bona fide personality who is coming in the parampara, disciplic succession, right from Krishna, and teaches everything what Krishna has said as it is without personal interpretation. Then only it means you are made to go. And then in front of him, you can put forth the right questions, as Mahārāja Parīkṣit is putting, which basically becomes the foundation for the complete thesis of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji, we'll be seeing further, he replies so beautifully. See, the central question of whole Bhagavatam, what is the duty of a dying man? Parīkṣit Maharaj is not asking for himself, he's asking for benefit of all humanity. It's a timeless question, because death is inevitable for every soul, everyone. Everyone must prepare for death. And the reply to this question is the subject matter. Highest perfection of life, remember Krishna at the time of death. So what we are understanding here is three important aspects. One, how divine providence is there in spiritual guidance. Just like Śukadeva Gosvāmīji's arrival is orchestrated by Krishna. Similarly, if you become sincere, we will not be abandoned by Krishna. Yoga kshemam vahami aham is what Krishna says. That he will ensure that we are liberated, we are given all that is required. ananya chintayanta mam ye janaha pari upasate tesham nitya abhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamiaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So we need to have the spiritual guidance Krishna will give, but we have to be sincere. Second is urgency and seriousness of death. See, the focus of the question is on the purpose of life, preparation for the final test. And the final test is when we leave this body. It is painful, but then even in that pain, we have to remember Krishna. Then only we'll clear this exam. There is urgency and there is seriousness as well. Because if we fail, we again move into the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. And if we succeed, we get to serve Krishna directly. So it is serious, it is urgent. And third, bhakti is the highest path. The highest perfection is hearing about Krishna, especially at the time of death. And Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji will be making this known to all of us in the further answers. So basically, these questions now have set the course, and now we'll have the beginning of the divine discourse. Parīkṣit Maharaj, though cursed to die, he has ensured that the whole moment is turned into glorious opportunity by asking the right question and with full humility. So just like Parīkṣit Maharaj, let us use every moment of life to prepare for death by hearing Harikatha, remembering Krishna, associating with devotees, avoiding gratifications, and pleasing Guru Maharaj. So just like Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji appeared for Parīkṣit, Krishna will send guidance to all sincere devotees and we will be successful in the mission of our life. Thank you very much.